Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. How y'all doing out there? Peace, peace, and much love out there. How y'all doing out there? There's been Sun Ray 9 up in this house. Man, in the house, in the house, in the house. Hey, I got a topic of conversation lined up for you right here today. Man, I'm telling you, man, that the topic of conversation is why do it seem like the conscious community only beat up on the Christians? That's what the topic is tonight. And man, I'm trying to see here, make sure the stuff don't look right up at shit. Oh, let me see. Let me start it over, family. Okay, this thing tripping. I'm trying to see it, Ram, because I was trying to see can I get some. Oh, okay, it's tripping. My bad, my bad. I'm trying to make sure I get this thing here because it's looking different up here. Because I want to get trying to do a different scene. Y'all see my scenery. I don't have no actually had no scenery tonight because I want to do it different. I want to do it from the phone. That way I can actually have you to come on and you can join in the conversation tonight. So that's why I'm not using my studio equipment tonight, the whole setup like I usually do tonight, because I'm want to do it different and get you in the house. But yeah, tonight, man, topic of conversation is family. Why do it seem like the so-called conscious community only beat up on the Christians? That's it. And there was a reason why this conversation piece even came about. I'm trying to share this family as well whilst I'm talking, as well to get so everybody can come on in and listen to the show. I was having a little difficulties actually trying to get in earlier on my tablet, so I had to switch it up and try to go back to the Android. You know, things are always tripping. So peace and greetings to everybody in the chat room and everybody in the house. And if you even when you catch it live later, or not live later, you catch it in the archive later. So peace and greetings to everybody. But check this out. And Brother Savannah Black had shared this link to a sister's show earlier. Sister Tamika, oh man, I forgot the name, y'all. Sister Tamika, she was had a show. She was talking about let me see the name of it here. The conscious community woke up being new joke. The conscious community and woke up being a new joke. And she was talking about that, the new black leaders or new black pimps or false prophets. That's what she was talking about. And she was talking about this thing with this so-called conscious community. Y'all kind of know, some of y'all didn't know, have been listening to Culture Freedom for a while. Y'all know how I feel about this thing that they call the conscious community, but I ain't gonna get into it tonight. But Mr. Savannah Black, this thing is tripping, y'all. It's sliding all over the place. See, that's why I like my studio software, man, and setup. Excuse me, family. I like it where I can have it professional and I ain't got to go through all this slipping and slide and all this old stuff like it's doing electric slide. Yeah, there I go. I guess I hope it be right, y'all. Forgive me this time. But Mr. Savannah Black, he was, she asked a question and he was, giving his input on a certain situation. And when he was bringing up something about a challenge he did called the black, when he was, okay, let me see. Right now I'm on the camera. Yeah, I got to see how to do this here. Yeah, I see you, Brother Umar, finna bring you in right fast. When he brought up the situation about, he was talking about it, he was giving his answer about a situation. And he was talking about the burn the white man challenge. Damn, y'all. Burn the white Jesus challenge that he was talking about. And he mentioned Christianity and woo-wee. That's it. That little conversation went elsewhere in that. So they asked the question she asked, why do the conscious community always beat up on the Christians? And, Mr. Savannah Black, he was giving his answer and this and that, but he didn't get a chance to go in depth in it like he want. So hey, y'all know how we do it right here on Culture Freedom Radio, man. Hey, we try to touch on the topics of conversation. I'm not saying that it won't nobody else, but damn it, y'all know we will get into those conversations nobody else want to touch on it. So that's what we're gonna do right here tonight, man. So why do the conscious community seem to always beat up on Christians? I'm trying to see this here. Let's see. It's saying my brother Umar want to come on. Let me see here. Well, let me see. No, it says you was watching, brother. My bad, brother Umar. It said you bring you on the camera. So I'm trying to get used to doing it on the phone. I'm not used to doing it on the phone. You don't have to accept it if you don't want the brother to come in. I'm trying to get used to doing it right here on this phone. So Mr. Randall Black, I know he's supposed to come on, and he's supposed to come on with me too. Yeah, I see you. Peace, brother Umar. Peace. Hotel. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, Islam, can you hear me, brother?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear, my brother. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, good to see you too, man. I always good to see you and always support behind you. You know,
Yes, sir.
my phone get ready to go down here, but yeah, when you touch on this thing about this white Jesus image, man, it really kind of, it's somewhat create a bad atmosphere among black people because just around that Christmas season time, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And the thing that we have to do, we got to fight to try to get that image out their mind. That's where they locked in at. You know, they don't see themselves as being a Christ figure, period. But they see themselves always got to go back to an image. This is why, as a Muslim, we don't believe in that type of images or anything like that. This is why the white man did so much to try to give us that image to them. And we got the got to work much harder to try to get that thing out of their mind. They're locked in. You got so many conscious brothers and sisters, man. I'm telling you, because I'm dealing with it. A lot of brothers that talk conscious, but brother, the end of that Christmas thing, man, real deep, bro.
Mm.
Real deep. So we got to get past. We got to get past these holidays, brothers. We really, you can't be conscious and behind the door we celebrating this so-called Christmas holidays and New Year's and Thanksgiving. That ain't that thing if we conscious, bro.
Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. And a lot of people sure doing it, brother. They sure doing it. So, yeah, because I know the sister was asking why though, why she was asking Mr. Black on that conversation. Why do it always seem that the conscious community always beat up, or she didn't say beat up, or always going after the Christians? And somewhat it do seem like that a lot. And Mr. Black, he gonna be on. I know he'll give his answer. And like I said, it do seem like that. But like I said, we got to get all of them. We got to get the Arabs. We got to get all of them. And I know a lot of the reason why we do kind of like go after the Christian because it is a lot of stuff dealing with what happened through the slave trade. And I think that's why, well, here in America with Christianity and the slavery. So I think that's the main reason that a lot of us deal with the Christianity. But like I said, we got to get them doggone Arabs now, how they raped and pillaged Africa over there. We can't let them slide. So I look at that too. We got to throw them in there.
Oh
But you
yeah.
don't really see nobody go after nobody but Christianity. So I think so there too. Yeah, Rob Beck, found Rob Beck. I see you in the house. Peace, my little sister-in-law. Peace. I mean, my daughter-in-law. I said sister-in-law. My daughter-in-law. Peace in the house. Yeah, I know you said your phone go, but yeah, we just gonna touch on some of this here tonight, brother. And I got got the Quran in front of me too. I got all my ammunition ready. This is a good one here, brother. I know a lot of people probably ain't gonna touch on it because of who
Oh yeah.
wrote it, but this is an excellent one. It's called
Oh
a
yeah.
white man on the title. It said white man Christianity versus black man Christianity. But at one particular time, they had it was entitled Jesus Christianity versus Paul Christianity. And
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
people would actually had this book to read it. You wouldn't be saying you Christians because it actually goes in here and it'll give you the understanding. And that's why I really want to start teaching on a lot of this out of here.
I
And
wanted to say this.
yes, sir,
Say
go
this,
ahead,
brother
brother.
summary too. I mean to cut you off, man.
Go ahead,
That
brother.
yeah, I'm surprised at how many so-called conscious people, man, today are still afraid of Dr. York material. That disturbs me a lot. They'll read his material, they'll throw some words out there, and it indicates to me that they are reading his material, but they will not give the brother no credit. I'm the type of person, regardless of whoever speaking, I'm in it to try to get the meat and leave the bones.
Yes, sir.
They are afraid of the brother, man. They won't read his book. I know a brother, man, to purchase a book. He ain't read the book yet.
Dang.
And I know he ain't read the book because when I don't, I ask him certain questions, he won't even say anything towards the book.
Mm,
But there are many conscious people, man. They're afraid to read Dr. York book, man.
yeah. And you got a lot of them, brother. They reading the books, but they won't mention his name because
Yeah,
it's a lot of people. And I heard earlier that a sister was talking on the show and she mentioned that a lot of people still propagating this Dr. York. They supporting Dr. York and this and that. Look, the man, the man taught a message. He went the
that's
message.
right.
The man taught
That's right.
information. He went the
That's
information. See,
right.
that's how y'all don't know
That's
how to
right.
discern and make a difference between the man and the message and the information.
That's right.
So y'all get caught
Yeah.
up in the messenger, and y'all miss the message a lot of times. So a lot of people
Mhm.
they look at what's supposed to had happened with Dr. York. Man, I ain't supporting nobody who did nothing like that, and you will miss a lot of information
Right.
that he put out. Look, like I never met Doc. I studied with Doc under Doc. I was in the YB, and I was in all the different organizations. I mean, anything with AEO, all of that. But I never met Doc personally. Anybody ask me? I never met
Mm.
Doc personally. I never been to his house. I never
Mm.
ate dinner with him. I've been on the land, all of that. But I never met him personally. So I can't tell you what that man personally did in his own house. I don't know. And I
Go
wouldn't
ahead.
try to
Go ahead.
sugarcoat it because I said I was in the YB. I never met him personally. I said I can't
That's
take.
right.
So don't ask me just what Sun Ray you what you think that he did it. Hell, I don't know if I never met him personally.
Right.
I only
Right.
read the man
Right.
information, listened to his lectures. I've been to the land. I seen what was built. I participated. I was in a whole bunch. I was in a different what we call rituals that we had, ceremonies. I would say ceremonies. And I had a ball when I went to Tamaray. I
Right.
miss it. I don't know nothing about this man's personal life, what he did behind closed doors, and they had a documentary behind closed doors. I went there behind closed doors, and I wasn't sugarcoated because I was in the Wabian. I'm just saying, is the information
Right.
that I get the information from everybody, like brother, you and I talk
Go
about
ahead.
with the Nation of
That's right.
Islam. I studied
That's
studied
right.
the information with the Nation of Islam, like like I would say, I studied it and I like the teaching of the Nation of Islam. But when it get to the point of saying Farad, Allah came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, I don't do that. Because
Mm.
when I look at that
That's right.
image, I can't
Right.
I can't go with that
That's
one.
right.
Because he don't look nothing
Go
like
ahead.
me.
Go
It's
ahead.
like I got it from you, brother.
That's right.
You my elder, you my uncle. I call you my uncle. You said we should give
Yeah.
more credence to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad than
Yes.
Farad Muhammad. So that's how I am.
Yes,
When I
brother.
even read Message to the Black Man, I skip over that part. Allah came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. No, I don't. No,
That's
no,
right.
not to me. He didn't. Elijah was my teeth. He was the messenger, and he was the one I would give the credence to, and say heaven. Like they saying now, he's the Christ. Hell, I would give him the credit against the Christ, not Farad. He don't look nothing
Right.
like me. So
Right.
I know you want something
Right.
to touch on that, brother. You can.
Well, brother Sunray, I used to sneak up there in New York on Bushwood Avenue, man. I mean, that's how bad the Orthodox Sunni Muslim had actually really slandered Dr. York. I had to slip up there, man, to get the books, you know. And the day I told the Arab today when he came in there today, I asked him, I said, "Do you know about this about Imam Jamil and H. Rap Brown?" He ain't know nothing. He couldn't say nothing. He didn't know anything about these brothers. I said, "Well, brother, this brother doing 135 years because he published books." And I just told my wife a few minutes ago, man, that they ordered Dr. York to go out tell his folks that all the books and everything that he said was a lie and we can let you go free.
Mm,
He chose to stay in jail because while he knew what he had to put out there was the truth. So why would he want to go and tell his congregation, okay, everything that I've been teaching you is a lie?
that's
See?
it.
So really, they actually really got who they want because he had to me personally, he had destroyed religion, brother,
Yeah.
wiped it out, you
Yeah.
know.
Yes, sir.
And that's frightening people. That's frightening people because now the only thing they could do now is play on our emotions right now, brother. That's all they could do on our people right now. Our people is on the last leg. As I told you, the way we treat each other is like SH. That's how we treat each other now.
Yep.
We don't treat each other with no respect no more, brother. You
That's
know,
it.
and it's a sad situation that we're in right now. You know, no respect for each other time, no respect for each other effort that we do, man. We don't have no respect for those who are sacrificed, man, who proceeded before us. We don't love respect for each other, and we can look at each other in the face and tell a lie,
That's it.
and
Yes,
that's
sir.
sad, brother. You
That's
know,
sad. And here's another thing too, brother. You mentioned that I mentioned about the land, Tamaray. Now the
mm,
sister was talking on her show about the conscious community earlier. And here's something that people they might not like, Doc, whatever. This is their prerogative, like Bobby Brown said. But here's something that y'all got to say. This man, we read about Egypt. He said, well, since you can't go to Egypt over there because the Arabs don't invade it and
there
took
you
over,
go,
we're going to build Tamaray or we call it Tamaray
there
or
you
Egypt
go.
of the West right here. Now, he bought
That's right.
409, well, I think it was 419 acres of land, if my
Go ahead,
memory
go ahead.
served me correct. What
Yes.
organization is doing that right now today? What they're buying land. And even as he's gone, now he had a great
That's
information.
right.
Dr. Ben, all of them, they talked about
That's
Egypt.
right.
But did
That's
anybody
right.
come there and put together some land like that where we was actually doing ceremonies, actual ancient Egyptian
Mm.
ceremonies? When I went there, brother, my first time there, don't you know I participated? Well, you know that they call it the opening of the mouth ceremony or the raising of Osiris,
Mm.
brother.
Mm.
I actually, and I hate it. I let another brother borrow my videotape. I had video and let somebody borrow, and I never got it back. But we actually participated and did. They call the raising of Osiris or the opening of the mouth ceremony. That was one
Wow.
beautiful ceremony. They said it hadn't been done in
Wow.
thousands of years, this ceremony. So there was a lot of
Wow.
things that were going
Wow.
on. This country community now, we talk about Egypt and this and that, but what are we doing now to build another Tamaray? Ain't
Nothing.
nobody even trying to think
Yeah.
about even building a Tamaray. So he did a lot
That's
of things
right.
about building a community where it was open to everybody. I don't give a
That's
whoever
right.
it was built.
That's
So
right.
we weren't talking
That's
about
right.
it. So what the sister was talking about the conscious community earlier, we had organizations that actually were doing it, doing things, bidding, buying
Right.
land. He did what Elijah Muhammad said. We got to
Right.
have some land for ourselves. 419 acres. Well, that's some land, Jack. That's some land.
Right.
What,
Right.
what's the country
Right.
community building now?
Right.
Nothing. Running their mouth. So we
See,
run from
see,
people
we
who
banned.
actually doing stuff.
Yeah. See, when they abandoned Elijah Muhammad teaching, that was the end of that, bro.
Ooh.
I find Muslims trying to go back and try to pick it up and try to use. They throw the baby out with the bathwater. They
Mm.
throw the discipline out. They throw the principles out, and they start practicing Arab nationalism. They won't admit it, but that's what happened. So uh, for those of us who done been down that path, man, we done tried it. The glove don't fit, man. It just ain't working for us.
Mm.
If we
That's
gonna
right.
go out there and get our people, man, we got to speak their language. And that's what the Quran says. That every nation we send a prophet to speak in the language of his own people.
Yes, sir.
So we went out there and we start speaking to people, man, in the conscious community. None of the books ain't right. You know what I mean? There was no prophets and none of the prophets wasn't right. And now you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing but just rhetoric. Nothing but just talk.
Yep. Yes, sir. And this one thing I said about like we said about the Christians. We talk about the Christians. And it's a sad thing. Now we got this whole community, bro. We when one of us make that transition, we got to go to a Christian
Mm,
funeral home. First, we got to go to a Christian hospital and go in the morgue. Then we got to go to a Christian funeral home to have our funeral. Look at Dr. Ben. Now they had to go to a Christian funeral home.
sure
I
did,
mean, the
brother.
church
Sure
to
did.
have that thing.
Sure
We
did.
got one thing about the Christians I can say that we always beat up on. They got they send their children out to school somewhere. They got Christian daycare centers. They got they got they got businesses. Christian most of us we work for Christian. So it's the thing about man, we beat up on the very people hell we did them they got to depend on for a lot of things.
Yeah,
Buy
man.
our food and
Yeah,
all of
man.
this stuff. So, I
Yeah.
understand that's their doctrine. And I say it's a tradition. I'm looking at a lot of stuff now, brother. I'm going back into a lot of stuff. I say it's like a tradition.
Right.
That's why I asked this on Facebook and I see nobody really touched on that, didn't even answer me. Now I said they go into Kemet, we go into Egypt, and we always throwing up Kemet, but we
Yeah,
find
yeah,
out a
yeah,
lot of the
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
about Kemet is actually a myth as well. That's why I brought about Haru. Now we say that
Mm,
Jesus was copied or stole from the story of Haru, and actually there was no actual
mm,
person who existed as Haru either. So if he was
mm.
a what they call it was a spiritual tradition or metaphors or whatever about Haru,
Metaphor.
and
Yeah,
Jesus was copied
yeah.
from that. So you mean to tell me that still
Mm.
is not? You can't get the metaphors out of that, even though we say he never existed either. It is served as a
Wow.
I can't forget the word, it's escaping my mind. It was actually as the Gnostics go into, they tell you the spiritual practice, and when you listen, here's a great book of brother. Now he teach about Egypt all the time, but he goes into the mystical teachings of a lot of stuff. And this one here is the mystical. It's titled "The Mystical
Mm.
Journey from Jesus to Christ." Now he ain't teaching y'all Christianity, but he's teaching on that and then this is another one he also have, but he basically teaching you, man, mystical system
Hmm.
about it,
Hmm.
and how we
Hmm.
have a lot of systems that we go in, and they go through the mystic system, mystics.
Right.
Now you get Christianity, you got some people that take Christianity on a face value. They take it face value. Then you have
Yeah. Yeah.
some
Yeah.
who understand the mystical teachings of it. They don't believe that face value.
Right.
And then, like, that's with anything, Islam, that's with all of these, and just
Yeah.
like he was
Yeah.
talking about Kemet,
Allegorical.
allegorical, even with
Yeah.
Kemet. And you
Yeah.
study some of those stories,
Right.
some people would tell me right to this day that Haru did exist. They telling me Osiris really existed. And that's my thing. And we do see a lot of people in the country community, they always talking about Kemet. Now,
Yeah.
here's
They
my
do.
thing.
Yeah, they do.
How can y'all, now these stories that go back to Kemet, they're talking about Set, okay, Asa was chopped into 13 pieces, his body scattered all over the Nile, and she found his pieces and put it back together, even his penis,
Right.
and got herself
Right.
pregnant with a child. So now, wait a minute, y'all. So if you can believe that, you mean to tell me now you're gonna get mad at the Christian because they gonna talk about a virgin birth by Mary, got
That's
impregnated by the
right. There
Holy
you go.
Spirit or the Holy Ghost and had Jesus, but you can believe a man got chopped up in 13 pieces and they put his body back together and she still got impregnated by his penis that was chopped off, but you get mad at the Christians. See, you got some stories too, but
Yeah.
see,
Yeah. This is all allegorical.
yeah, there we go. That's it.
It's all
And
allegorical.
yes, sir.
You
And I
know.
just look at it, brother, what these teachings that we have, and I like I said, I'm looking at it now as traditions because in Kemet we talk about
Yes.
in Kemet,
Yeah.
there's different traditions. People are they'll take Sekhmet and I'm Sekhmet. What tradition did Sekhmet come out of? I'm Brother Ptah.
Mm.
What tradition did Ptah come out of? Because all the whole land wasn't it was in different traditions. Now you had Ptah, what they call the Memphite traditions. Or they have what we
Hmm.
call Memphis, which I live in Memphis, Tennessee, where that name actually came from, Memphis,
Mm.
or Menepha, as they would call it, or the city of Ptah. And you get these different deities in whatever these different stories and different sections or different tradition. So even with people talking about Kemet, you got to ask them what tradition are you in, even in Kemet. You just holler
Hmm.
Kemet, Kemet,
Hmm.
Kemet. What tradition that
Hmm.
you actually
Hmm.
following in Kemet? They couldn't even tell you.
Hmm.
They just hear
Right.
some. They see the statues and all of that. They look good. They see the glimmer and the glamour of the gold, and they look good. They look flashy. They bling bling, and they just ride with it. And you see a lot of people, man, brother, who I be seeing some especially when I be looking at Sarnetta sometime, I see a lot of people, they always ran the unks. Like I got an
Yeah.
unk.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are rock the unk,
Yeah.
but they might be
Yeah.
but they don't say nothing about them being Kimmy, but everybody fascinated about the unk. Why
My
you think?
dog. Yeah. 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 They sure live, bro.
Yeah,
They
that
sure live. Yeah. I see that too. They put that on. That mean back away. I'm conscious.
that
But and it's a way for them to actually really bash religion.
that
I mean, that's one thing I use. They use it as a weapon, to actually really put down anybody of any faith. And this is why they don't understand. See, Islam is not a religion.
mm,
Islam is based on faith. The African tradition, it wasn't didn't have no religion. When the Arabs went into Africa, Africa did not have nothing called no Islam. It was a way of life.
yeah, yeah.
So what they did when they look at the Muslims, and I hate the fact that they doesn't give the credit to the African American Muslims who actually really was like a trumpet in the black community,
Mm.
because the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in the black community, it was like a safe haven for black folks. Crackers would have actually really wiped niggas out if it hadn't been for the Nation of Islam, man, out there on the pavement, with them papers, man, and fearless black men walking out there, man, like Malcolm and Dr. Khaled and Elijah Muhammad, man. That was the saving force, man. And in fact, about that's what gave birth to Dr. York and the school of the Dar Islam. It was the Nation of Islam that gave that. And when all the militancy came out, when they put enough people inside the masjids and the temples, man, to actually really turn against the teachings of Islam, then what it did, it only this made Islam this got weak. It's weak. It ain't got no spunk in it. You don't have no one in the black community that man actually really being a safe haven, for black folks. You don't have it no more. It was just like a place for us to go at.
Yes, sir.
We ain't had nowhere to go at. Most of the black militant group, like the Black Panther Party, they had to go in the Nation of Islam to get that militancy. To come out here, man, to deal with this Caucasian.
Yes, sir. That's why Khaled was, General Dr. Khaled, may the peace and blessings be upon his soul. He stuck with it. And another thing that was liking that I liked about the Nation of Islam, and I still like, and that's why I posted up some videos on there, the discipline. And
man.
Brother, that's what's missing today, the discipline. And that's what got me from a brother who running the street, man, doing all kind of wild stuff. It was a discipline. That's why I used to love going over there to the FOI classes on Monday, men's only meet, and learning the drills and all of that stuff. And that's what's wrong today. And that's what I've been talking about. And you and I talked about it. What's going on today. And that's one thing about religion. A lot of people, it's real deep with what's going on with religion too. But the conscious community, one for one, they beat up on so-called people who have a religious background, or a spiritual practice.
They sure do.
Or spiritual practice.
Sure do.
And they don't give nothing in return. And one thing about it, least one thing here is I would say, one thing about Judaism with the Hebrew, or they call it Hebrew Israelites, they got a law. They got moral codes of conduct and discipline. If it's Christianity,
exactly,
they supposed to have moral codes and conduct they follow about. They call the law and statute. And even Islam, still, you got a discipline, you got codes, you got things you follow.
Right.
What now? The conscious community I ain't gonna say they're supposed to. Those who follow the Kemetic way supposed to have the laws of Ma'at. But hell, you don't really hear people teaching about it. So that's why you got a lot of people out here, man, just doing all kind of manners of disagreeable things out here because they do not have any moral codes of conduct they follow. So when you don't have, what they say, when you have no laws, it's going to be pure chaos. And so that's what's happening today. We see in our society, man. And that's one thing that even with this new world order, and a lot of people really better understand what's going on in the country community, what y'all helping to propagate, destroying. I know y'all say we say get rid of religion, but do y'all actually know that's one of the things that the New World Order want to do is destroy all major religions so they can come in with this one world religion, and you damn sure ain't gonna like what they got to bring and gonna replace it, because there is some good. Now here's what's wrong with a lot of the stuff we look at, and even with Christianity, it's not for I would say it's not really the religion, and I'm using religion as a term, but it's not that, it's some of the doctrine and some of the doctrine that the people are teaching. If you really got into it and understood some of the mystical teaching, not this face value all stuff, y'all. You understand the mystical teaching? Man, it's powerful. That's why grandmama and them, man, who was Christian, they were able to do a lot of stuff and withstand a lot of stuff. Now, and I said earlier on the sister show, now we love Nat Turner when that movie came out, Birth of a Nation, when Nat Turner was killing Christians. I mean, he was killing them white folks. But what drove Nat Turner to do that? When he a Christian pastor? Oh, see, y'all skip that part. See, that's what we got. We don't study enough. And I say, man, what's happening really in the conscious community, man, you got a lot of the people that beat up on Christianity or whatever. I call them hurt Christians. That's all they are. They hurt Christians. They've been hurt by religion, hurt by the pastors. They've been hurt by it. So now they just they get a little knowledge over here and they go back and beat up, use the knowledge to beat up on people. And I said, you can't beat up on the people. You can't beat the people out. You got to teach the people out. One thing about Doc. Doc taught you out. Doc will write a book and ask you questions. Question to ask. And he walk you out of it. He go through the scriptures and he walk you through it and make you look. Why would God, if God is all knowing, why would he have to ask Adam, where art thou? See, it was things like that. When you taught in the church, God is all knowing, all wise. But he gonna ask him questions. Why did he have to ask if he's all wise? And see, something start clicking on like, wait a minute, that don't make no sense. See, that's what then you got to walk people out of. And I like what Doc said too. You got to meet people where they are. just because you in
Right,
high
right.
school, somebody just getting into this knowledge, they still in kindergarten, they in first grade. Like he said too, sometimes you got to step down in degrees and go back to meet them where they are. You just can't beat them
Exactly,
upside the head and talking about. And I see brothers
exactly.
do it all the time. Man, Jesus didn't exist. That story come from Horace. Now I got it because I
Hmm,
studied the
hmm,
Kemetic guys. Now I'm gonna ask you then, brother. Well, hell, how
hmm.
you gonna make that brother study talking about Horace when he didn't even exist? But you would tell that brother that Jesus didn't exist when Horace didn't exist either. So you want him to get from one lie to
Exactly.
another lie? Come on, fam.
Right. Hey, Sunray,
Yes, sir.
Sunray, I'm gonna leave you short, man, but I wanna say this into
Yes,
the
sir. Go ahead, my brother.
Facebook family because I'm not a Facebook person,
I
man.
know it,
I
brother.
just gotta do my thing, man. But let me tell you something, man. The day I went downtown today, and I want everybody to listen at me. I went down there today to give Sister Corinne Brown my support. She's being persecuted um, uh, for a crime that they say she stole some money, blah blah blah, right? But what happened was people who were very close to her, what they did, they turned state on her. They betrayed the sister, and she basically kind of out there on her own. So I went down there today to kind of sit in the hearing, and the feds was talking about she violated so-called democracy. And what came across my mind because I was telling my brother next to me, is that when they talk about democracy, brother, as Malcolm said, we never experienced that. Democracy hadn't did anything for us. Period. So the sisters, she probably had the wrong people that she trusted around her, and they betrayed the sister. And I was surprised that a lot of people in Jacksonville, Florida, that's supposed to be so-called conscious and behind black people, it wasn't there to get that sister no support at all, bro. Denise Hunt, she was there. She's always on the front line, man. People say what they want to say about that sister, you know what I'm saying? But brothers can't always tell me they ain't got time to go down there and sacrifice, man, and fill that courtroom up. If you can't get in there, you could be outside. You could do something to give that sister support, man. I think that it's embarrassed for us, man, here in Jacksonville, Florida. We have more people to sell us out and be on the sideline running their mouth as opposed to really want to get down there and do some real things, man. So I was really really impressed with that today, and surprised, and I'm going to try to be there for the next hearing. So big ups to brother Latif who went with me today, and brother Opio, always on the front line. Brothers are there, man, to try to show support. But I want to tell you that before I get up out of here, brother. I enjoy your show, man,
Yes, sir. I
and
appreciate that, brother. Good
always,
information.
anything I can do, brother. Anything I can do to support you, brother. Please let me know. I'm gonna send some cash your way because it takes money to do what you're doing. It's a sacrifice that you're doing to try to always be on the front line. It takes money, brother.
Yes,
So
sir.
as soon as our community get in a situation, most high know, man, I'm gonna send you something, man. And I want to tell you again, brother, I love you, brother, and thank you for letting me be on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love you back, brother. Yeah, appreciate you. Thanks, brother. Yeah, that's a good brother, Umar Sharif down there. Y'all gotta check him out at 625 North Pearl Street in Jacksonville, Florida, man. They always doing a lot of great things helping in the community, man. They just not a uh they have a masjid, what they call a masjid or a ma, but they're not talkers, man. They are doing stuff in the community. They do clothing drive, food drives, and a lot of great things in the community. Y'all have seen they bring in different speakers throughout this what we call this conscious community. Sarah Soon Seti, brother James, Professor James Small. I mean the name goes on and on and on and on, man. It's they bring a lot of people. So to try to help uplift the community and educate the people in the community. But yeah, so I appreciate my brother, brother Umar Sharif. That's I call him my uncle, man. And anytime that I have any questions or something, man, and that's the elder family, been around a long time, soldiering, teaching. So anytime, like I said, I have any questions about something, if it's something that I want to do, and I don't want to say really doubts, but I will say I question it. I will go to my brother and I asked him about it. Like I said, because we're supposed to talk to our elders, and that's what we have gotten away from as well. Speaking to our elders, talking to our elders, that's what we gotten away from. So we have gone astray from that. And a lot of us things now we're doing, we're beating up on our elders and trying to destroy a lot of the stuff that our elders brought before us to build ourselves up and build a new platform for ourselves, make ourselves the new scholars, make ourselves, be the next big top thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the next American Idol or something like that. It's crazy. But I see Black Gary said so. He said in the chat room, he said, "Is it a church teach you're not supposed to question God?" Oh, now that's right. And see, that's why I said it goes back to is more of what these teachers say. That's why I have to tell my Christian family, man, look, y'all got, I'm not, and I'm gonna say y'all, I'm not a Christian. I used to profess Christianity. A lot of my family still do. But there's no beat up. And I'm here to educate, not beat up. But here's something. That's what the preachers teach. The preachers will tell them that. But see, if they read their own book, see, that's what you got to come back. That's why we try to tell people. You got to read your own book for yourself. And I'm gonna give y'all something right fast. So Black said that the church teaches you're not supposed to question God. Oh, the main character of the Bible or the New Testament now, the New Testament. Don't y'all know he questioned God? According to the book. Don't you know he questioned God? Y'all think let me show y'all right fast. So I know y'all said, Sunray, come on now. Come on. The main character of the New Testament I'm talking about now, I'm talking about Jesus. That's the one who Christians supposed to be followed. Check this out. Now, so-called Jesus, when he was on that cross, right, he already in the Garden of Gethsemane, he had prayed and he asked, that was Matthew 26, verse 39, when he was saying, "Oh, my Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, if it's be as thou will," you know what I'm saying, let this cup. But he asked God first. Now, he's supposed to ask God, his Father, at first, to let that cup pass from him. So he thought God, well, they could. See, here's another part. Let me go back to that right fast. And I'm going to come back to that question. Because the Christian will teach you, right? The pastors and stuff, they'll tell you that Jesus was a willing sacrifice. Don't y'all remember that too? I'm coming back to the other part about questioning, because it's going to tie into it. They said they teach you that Jesus was a willing sacrifice. He was willing, it was ordained that he was supposed to come down here and die for your sins. Hotel. He was supposed to come down here and die for all of our sins. That's what they teach. Oh, that ain't what the Bible says, though. Check this out. Going back again, y'all, that's Matthew 26, verse 39. Check this out. I'm going to read that one more time. "And when he went a little further and fell on his face, and he prayed, saying, Oh, my Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thy will." And then I'm going to go down and skip to verse 41. He says, "Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation." Okay, that's it. But anyway, let me go to 42 then. Okay, that's 42. "And he went a little further the second time." Not just one time he did this. He did it the second time. He says, "Oh, my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done." Now, what cup y'all talking about? I ain't talking about no cup of coffee. I ain't talking about no cup of water. He was talking about that cup of death. Because he, as they say here, according to scripture, he knew that he was going to get killed. This is when he was supposed to be getting ready to be betrayed by Judas and all that. He knew that he was going to get killed. He knew he was going to get persecuted. So he was asking, praying, man, please God. It's like some of us, we go to court. We sit in court, we got to go to court in the morning. Man, please God, please, Heavenly Father, man, dear Lord, the elders, the Neteru, man, whoever. Man, don't let these folk give me these 30 years, man. Please let these folk, man, overturn, man, let me out of here. I ain't do it, let me out of here. So, but if it be your will, elders, it is what it is. So he was praying, man, don't let this cup of death pass by me. So ask them, the people that when they tell you that he was a willing sacrifice, y'all read to them Matthew 26 and 39. There's some more scriptures that go into that too, as Mark, Luke, and all of them that go into that too. Ask them, why was he praying? If he knew he had to die, he was commissioned from the start. He was born to die for our sin. Ask them why he was praying to the Father to let that cup pass from me. And then let me end it off with this one right here. So now he's supposed to have been praying that the cup pass from him, right? Now we got that one. Now, here come the question part. Now, when he's on the cross, and it says, now this Matthew 27 and 46, he only supposed to be on the cross now. And this in that ninth hour, here you go, 46. It says, about the ninth hour, Jesus cried in a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lem sabachthani. That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? And then end with a question mark. So, we ain't supposed to question God, but the man who's the star, who's the headliner of the New Testament, question God. What he say? He says, Eli, Eli, lem sabachthani. Is supposed to be in Hebrew, because or Aramaic, which the language is supposed to be Yahshua spoke, as they say Yahshua spoke. He said, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? So I be damned, he questioned God. So where do we get this part, that man, that we ain't supposed to question God? Rip, where y'all get that from? You ain't get it from the Bible, because that's right there in the book. You just right there in the book. So, man, y'all got to ask them that. And y'all notice, though, they don't read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Ask the Christian why they don't read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Because that's the autobiography. I call it, y'all, the autobiography, or so-called, as the Hebrews say, Yahweh Shai or Jesus. Why the hell they ain't reading that? See, that's why y'all Christian better read y'all book. Yeah, peace, black.
Peace, brother, peace. You know what, Brother Sunray? Brother Umar Sharif has said it best. You know, a lot of people, you know, on Christmas is coming up. They don't want to shout and they don't want to pout because they still believe, even though they call themselves so-called conscious, that Santa Claus is coming to town. And Santa Claus that they're looking for is in the form of the man we just spoke of, the fictional character that you just not spoke of, you know what I'm saying, known as Jesus Christ. So it amazes me, brother, of how people call themselves conscious. But when you say something, you know, even as an example against Christianity to them, not to destroy, brother, but to build of where it is that we came from. All of us was there. I was there. You was there. A lot of people that's looking on was there. A lot of people that's coming in right now today was there. But some people, they haven't come because they are trying to seek, you know, more knowledge and more wisdom and more understanding so that they can stand firm on their square. But what they're doing is they are hurt. Some of them are hurt because the pastor had promised them that there was going to be the deacon sitting on this side. Some of them are hurt because the pastor had promised them that they was going to be promoted from youth pastor to the main headliner that's on the marquee outside of the church. Some people are even hurt because the pastor told them that they was going to be the lead singer in the choir. You know, so when they come into this thing called consciousness, they're coming into it with a vengeance. And that vengeance that they coming into it is just to get back and to pay back the very people who have hurt them. So sometimes when we speak up on that, they get so mad. They feel so distraught. They feel so hurt. They feel like they have to go like Rocky Balboa with the eye of the tiger to attack you and to put you inside your place for speaking against Christianity. But how can we have a conscious community? How can we say anything about consciousness if we cannot speak upon the very thing that they first had gave us and instilled inside of us that they say was the way, the truth, and the light?
But you know, actually no.
But then,
you actually know though that basically we don't. Well, the Christians don't either. So I think the word conscious is primarily how they say overrated. I really do, because you know,
yeah,
Christians,
I call it so-called.
Christians really don't even this thing that we call the conscious community. Shit, they ain't included in that. And it's a trip though. When you look at the makeup of the conscious community, we gotta look at the makeup of the conscious community. How can
the mascara?
Yeah, how can the Hebrews be a part of it? And don't they talk about God? Now, how could they be a part of it? The Nation of Islam be a part of it? But we get mad and beat up on the damn Christian and say that they ain't even a part of it. But you let the nation in, you let the Hebrews in, you got the Moors. They believe in some of them believe in Allah, but you let them in. But I mean, But here's the whole thing about the Christianity. See, it's a lot of, some of them still do. Now, hold up. But you mentioned about Christmas. Don't you know, and Thanksgiving and all of them, you got a lot of so-called, see, that's why I said this conscious thing it's overrated. They're going to have to throw this shit, they're going to have to throw this stuff out the door. They're going to have to get rid of that and start over with something else. Because you got a lot of so-called people that not into Christianity, not in Islam, they got rid of all of that. They still practice Christmas. They still celebrate Christmas. They still celebrate Thanksgiving. They still celebrate all of these type of things that we beat up on the Christian for.
Easter.
They still celebrate all of them. But here's some of what they'll try to do. They'll try to change the name and get it their damn different name. Come on, fam. Y'all, you look. It's like what you call the Quran said. You're trying to mix truth with falsehood. You're trying to make evil fair seeming. You can't do it. And y'all still do it on the same damn day, but you'll change your name, and then you just, we ain't practicing Christmas. Well, what are you doing then? What are you doing? Give it a different day. Well, not a different day. Well, what are you doing? You're trying to reason to justify it. He said, who qualified who? Oh, somebody said it in there earlier.
That's Brother Dante. That's Brother Dante.
Brother Dante, P. Dante. Somebody was saying earlier, when you learn that the commandments and the confessions of Maud is not true, what laws or moral codes of conduct is it that you follow except your own? Yeah, nature.
Exactly.
Yeah, nature too. But here's the part that a lot of this, we don't say, because I've listened to Brother Jabari and some of the things they were debating with Brother Zion Lex the other day when they was talking about Maud and the Bible, and Brother Zion Lex was actually, well, I guess trying to remember, he was saying, if you said, I have not stolen, I have not committed fornication and all that, is it basically primarily who you actually saying that to? If I have not laid with another man, and then the Bible said thou shalt not. And he was like, when you saying I have not, it's like you confessing that to somebody. Yeah. Somebody told you don't do it, and you confessing, I didn't do that. So basically, they was going with that. So, but is this real? Like I said,
you defending yourself against something you didn't do.
And even if we may say that God didn't do it or not, it wasn't no God that gave those commandments. I'm gonna give y'all Leviticus 18 and 22. Here's one that we really need in play today. Whether God gave it to us, we don't give a damn who made it. But check this out, y'all read Leviticus 18 and 22, and it says that that mankind should not lay with mankind as womankind. Don't we need that damn law in play today? See, if we had that in play and was following that, we wouldn't have all this big gay agenda going around. We might get cut off now. we wouldn't have that going around like we doing today. See, now they made it a federal law that is all right for two men to get married, two women to get married. But there's a scripture part that says that mankind should not lie with mankind, because what it says is an abomination. It goes into, you shouldn't be laying with animals, horses and cows, none of that stuff. But now today, like you said,
and they're marrying them today.
And man, but now here you go. Man don't got away from all of these, whether it's the Torah laws, whether it's the order law of Ma'at, because Ma'at is the same thing basically. But they just say, I have not. But man, like I said, man, I ain't studying that. Now they doing everything under the damn sun, because like they say, I call it the Aleister Crowley doctrine. You doing this thou will. You doing what the hell you want to. You have no moral codes of conduct. You can do what the hell you want to. And what you doing, they don't mean it's damning right. Look what's happening out here. We doing what we want to. So we did set up codes and conducts and all of this stuff to keep things in place, so we won't be doing what we doing today. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
And Brother Sunray, at the end of the day, when you lay down in the bed and right after you turn the light out, before you go into that abyss, that astral plane, known as sleep, you do a lot of thinking, and that thinking is the reflection. Peace and blessing, Brother Michael Douglas. That thinking is the reflection of what it was that you did that day before. And you have to go through that day, because a lot of us do it, and you dissect the things you did that was profitable, not just as far as financial, but also to your spirit, also to your well-being, and also to the well-being of people around you. And also you got to go through and you got to shred, certain things up that you did that you knew went against what it was that was profitable to you, and also that was to the building of people outside of yourself. So, you know, we change the laws every single day, but we learn as we go. They can put as many commandments, statutes, or whatever they want to put in front of us, but at the end of the day, we always come across a new one that's not written down in any book that we have to take and decipher and make better, so that the next day come up, when we wake up from that slumber, that we can perform to our highest ability that we feel and that we know we can. And I don't care how many days you go about being a better person, there is always something that you come up with that night before or when you wake up in the morning that you can do better. So, you know, a lot of that stuff is already written inside of you, but it depends on the heart that you have and the love that you have for the people. You know, a lot of people say that, well, you know, Mr. Savannah Black, you beat up on Christians all of the time. But that's social media. That's what they see on social media, Brother Sunray. That's what you see on social media, family. But you don't see what happened when the cameras are off, when the audio is off, and when I'm logged off of Facebook, when I leave outside my door and I come across certain individuals who say they are Christian, who happen to look at some of the videos that I put up, who happen to listen to some of the shows that I've been on, who happen to see some of the platforms that I've been on. You don't see how they come at me and how they beat me up. And, you know, they place cuss words on me, with the things they saying that, you know, I'm not going to prosper, my life is going to be this and my life is going to be that, because I'm not in agreement no more with what it was that I had been signed up with, which is Christianity from a child. So when I had got that free school of thought and I started going through all these different schools trying to find myself, you know, when I first went to the Nation of Islam as a man, as a 19-year-old man, I gravitated to something that I felt was strong, that I felt that, you know, if I needed it, it had my back, and it had taught me to maneuver through society as a man and to not cower down to no one as a man. Something that I love. But when I did that, I still was getting the attacks from the Christians. All right, so here it is, by and by, here it is come Doc with, you know, the scrolls, and I'm learning, you know what I'm saying, Nawabian mind states from all the different scrolls I read, you know, and I still was getting beat down by Christians for what it is that I was indulging in. But unbeknownst to them, what I was indulging in wasn't just Christianity. It wasn't just the Nation of Islam. It wasn't just the Hebrew Israelites or any of the other texts. But it was a lot of different schools. And from that, I learned, look, I can go into any of this and all of this right here because all of this is me. And if I have a problem with it, just like you do with your family members, if they do something that you that hurt you or that make you feel disheartened, by that being your brother, by that being your cousin, by that being your sister, by that even being your mama and daddy sometime, you do have the right to voice your concerns, especially if it's people that you love, that you see are going about things the wrong way. So some things I say to you, they might be the wrong way. Some things I say that you do are wrong. To me, I might feel it are the wrong way, but they might in fact be the right way. But we have to come together and we have to stop downing each other. We have to stop destroying each other, and we have to start learning about each other. So my thing is to all the Christians out there that's listening, if I done learned you, why the fuck you can, Brother Sunray, the first curse word, the first solid curse word of the night. I know, brother, that you were just going in, you said, and you had caught yourself, and I apologize. You said, you know what, I'm going to have Black on the show, man, but I hope you don't. But my thing is, if I'm learning you, my Christian brothers and sisters, because we are all in this together, why can't you learn me? Why can't you just sit down for 5 minutes and to listen to me without bringing in your ideology and your theology? Can't you listen to me from the heart of a person that is not bound by nobody's chains before you condemn me? So that make me, brother Sunray, go off on Christians at times. That make me, brother Sunray, go hard in the paint, because a lot of Christians, y'all don't realize I come from where you come from. I was once you. I was once in those pews. I was once giving my money to the preacher. I was once sitting there leaving everything inside Jesus in the morning hand, but then I realized that the power lies within me.
Yeah, somebody said, I want to, let me see, there was a question right there. They said they said Ma'at is completely different. How is Ma'at completely different? I got the laws of Ma'at and everything right in front of me, and I know a lot of, but I got them in front of me, but I'm looking at what they say. And another question. It says, if a Christian say Jesus is black, are they awake? See, that's why I said we need to throw this conscious thing. We need to throw that conscious thing out the window, because see, when you just say conscious means to be awakened, what are you awakening to? We all awaken on different levels. So that's why I said we got to throw that out the window. That conscious thing. Like I said, that title is overrated. And I guess you said when you was talking, they said they don't care to learn. I'm not going to say that about all Christians. I wouldn't say that about all of them. They don't care to learn, because I know I got some brothers that I know they're Christian and they profess maybe Christianity. They call me and ask me questions about different stuff all the time. So they do want to learn. So you might not think that person want to learn because they might not be listening to you. Or you might not think they listen to you. That's another thing we do. See, at one particular time, we be talking to somebody. You might not think they listening, because I used to talk to brothers I was working with. I was like, man, this mud ain't listening, man. Like, and he'll be still debating with you all the time, right? Be debating with you about stuff. And then next thing you know, they'll come back, hey man, and they'll be telling you about something. Man, I was talking to so-and-so brother last week. I was telling him about this and that. Now they be telling you about a conversation they had with somebody else. And they flipping around and they saying what you were saying. And it's like, damn, you must forgot I told you about that. But they be like, man, yeah, I was telling him about so-and-so, man. And I was like, oh, okay. I just play it off like I don't even. I said, yeah, for real, man. Yeah. But see,
no credit whatsoever.
Yeah, they be listening. But at that moment, see, look, we all gonna try to hold, man. It's just our nature. We're gonna try to defend what we love. We supposed to any goddamn way. So if they love that, and they gonna try to defend it, and they already been told, which they don't read it, that you shall be persecuted. They think they're going to be automatically persecuted for what they believe in. That's what everything. I don't give a damn you are. If you a Kemetic brother, if a Hebrew walk up to you, right? If a Hebrew walk up to you, start talking about the Hebrew, you're going to try to defend that. You're going to try to defend your Kemetic science or your Kemetic way of life. That's what all of us. But some of us, we might, but some of us more patient. We will sit and listen. But don't never think that they not listening. And I remember Doc said this, and I truly subscribe to this. I don't say believe, but subscribe to it. Because I know there's been things that elders and people have told me, man, a long time ago. And I'm coming back around like, say, damn, you know what? That's what they was telling me. Like, said some things, man, you at the place where you supposed to be at right now. You where you supposed to be at. So if you at this point in your life, in the information, that may be where you supposed to be, you got to gradually walk into it. You're going to gradually get there, because like the thing somebody told you 15 years ago, you might just not be coming back and remembering that shit. Like, damn, that's what they was telling me. That's what they was talking. Because I don't read some books, and I might have read it, and I didn't get the full understanding of it, and I go back and I hear something, like, damn, that's what that was in that book. And I got to go back and get that book. Like, God, oh, now I got it. Now I got it. So your understanding, everybody ain't going to just, bam. But he said, the concepts of the 10 Commandments. Actually, there's a misconception too. It wasn't 10 Commandments. See, that's Hollywood. That's Hollywood bull crap about the 10 Commandments in the stone tablet. That's BS. You actually know it was supposed to have been what was it, 613? It's actually like 13 600 statutes, laws, and commandments. And you do the numerology, you know how to do the numerology and break that down. Here you're going to get 10. 613, you're going to get the 10. See, that's the bull, that's Hollywood bull. But it was more than that. You got from what, Deuteronomy all the way to Leviticus. It's more than that. So it's deep. And then actually, when they talk about Father Abraham, there was before even Moses had you know, I ain't saying these people existed, but you go back and really just do the research on a lot of this stuff. So-called Abraham had commandments, and he talked about commandments because, you know, all of this stuff going back to Samaria, and all of this stuff that they had, man, with the laws of Hammurabi and all of that. So everybody always had concepts. I got another book, man, it's over there. A book on dealing with religion.
Hey, Brother Sunray.
Yeah, it's saying I'm in slow motion.
Brother Sunray. Yeah, you in a little slow motion, but I got a brother had sent a long ass comment to the something that was said earlier.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know. It's among the cheap
a brother
ass
by the
songs,
name
man.
of brother. Look here, hey, the information and the knowledge can't be denied, brother. Hey, somebody by the name of KJ Joe Mack. He wrote a comment, brother.
Yes, sir.
And the comment is, this is some bullshit. I do not agree that the NOI changed some men for the better. In religion, the whites or the Arabs, their places of worship works and it helps the people. They're the banks. This is what our black churches don't want to see. It's a business only into helping the preacher or the concubine. We become all minds. We the people made Elijah Muhammad the richest, most powerful black man in America. Hate produced along with Malcolm in the media increased the attendance of the NOI. You broke the rules. You faced the penalty. Elijah broke the rules. Step down to see a real gentleman in the field putting his life on the line daily. Making financial ways for the cause. See, being militant is not an act like the FOI. Malcolm would have pushed the war with them. They would have obeyed. He wrote a lot of shit, didn't he, Brother Sunray? Malcolm would have pushed the war with them. They would have obeyed. Elijah's concerns was only about the money. No comparison to the almighty Black Panthers. They were the realists. The world wasn't ready for Malcolm. He was too real. The NOI aided in his death. NOI would have given Malcolm his home. Would not have given Malcolm his home. Whenever you generate money as a team, we don't only create jobs for our people, we create businesses and create stocks and residual earnings for our members. We create a team of leadership. Stop wasting our time. Pan-Africa or die. All religion of today's world is in bed with the white man. That was by KJ Joe Mack. That was a lot he had wrote, Brother Sunray. I had to run it down on you. I didn't know whether you had seen it or you were like, damn, that's a lot of stuff I ain't want to read.
But see, people want to take what they want. They want to grab the hold of what they want to. I understand the whole Malcolm concept. I know that. You ain't talking no goddamn about it just learning this shit today. It's like what I said.
What they call you? What they used to call you, brother? What they used to call you? What they used to call you?
What they used to call me? Oh, back on the street.
Yeah.
Shit, man. I won't get in there. I used to be in the gangster shit. They used to call me Frank Nitter back in the day. I don't want all that.
No, I'm talking about in the nation.
Lil Malcolm. They used to call me Lil Malcolm once.
That's right. You know, brother.
Yeah,
you know.
But here's the thing that they missed what we talked about in the beginning. We talked about the discipline that you learn, a lot of the discipline from, being in the Nation of Islam. Because you got a lot of the brothers that would like to talk about, like Brother Malcolm. He mentioned Brother Malcolm. What was Malcolm doing before he joined the Nation of Islam? He was drug dealing. He was pimping. He was doing all kind of stuff, running numbers, all that shit, didn't he? So, but when he got in the Nation of Islam, the discipline that he learned from there, it stopped him. Even me, I used to be a goddamn car thief. I used to be breaking in people's houses. I used to be doing all kind of crazy ass shit on the street. And excuse my French, I said it, but damn that. But now I don't do that no more. Because we got to learn discipline. It's like, see, we talked about the Panthers. You had to have discipline to do that because you had to take orders and commandments and rank and be in the rank. You couldn't do what the hell you wanted to doing it in the Panthers. We have to learn
Nope.
this discipline. See, like the sister was talking about earlier, we all got to be leaders. We all can't be no goddamn leaders because everybody don't know how to lead. That's why you got some leaders out here now need to step their ass down because they're not leading properly. So, you know, we're not talking about understand what Elijah did. We understand a lot of the stuff that was going, and we didn't even get into that. Brother Umar show could have really broke it down why Elijah Muhammad's son even came in and people say destroyed the Nation of Islam or took it in a different direction while all of these ministers was stealing all the damn money. Well, it was a lot of corruption that was going on in the nation. Now, we could have managed that, and they was the leaders. These were ministers. It wasn't the FOI. These was regular, these goddamn leaders that was doing this. And brothers was taking orders from these people. So even with that, talking about Malcolm, somebody, even that said they killed him, they took orders from somebody who was in leadership to kill Brother Malcolm. So y'all, goddamn it, don't listen to nothing. You just want to drop, and you want to talk about black nationalism, Pan-Africanism. Let me ask you something. See, and I'm black, and I've studied Black Panther. I'm not Black Panther. I'm Black Power. What are you some of y'all goddamn RBGs at right to this motherfucking day? When Donald Trump got his ass in the office, all of our so-called motherfucking RBG Black Power community don't shut the fuck up. See, now y'all don't really got me pissed.
Yeah, the cookout.
At the goddamn cookout, smoking motherfucking weed. You go down there to the RBG weekend, they smoking weed, getting drunk. I've been to one up here in Memphis. I seen what the fuck they did. They getting high, they getting drunk. No discipline at all. So y'all can miss me with that motherfucking RBG shit, that Black Power. I've been there. I'm a part of that shit. But where y'all at now? You don't see no, before Donald Trump got in there, you seen nothing but goddamn it, videos, everybody walking around with their machine guns. They doing this. They Black Power, Black Power. Now they scared as fuck because they got Donald Trump, who they say is a racist, in the office. Mm-hmm. And look, when you in practice, you practice like Bernie Mac said. I wish a mother would jump off. So all them running around with the machine gun, that was that I wish a motherfucker would. Because we talking about racism, white supremacy.
When a black man was in office.
When a black man was in office. Now you scared as fuck. Now it's time to play the game. Now you running in the goddamn locker room high. You don't lock the goddamn lockers. Where y'all let down? So y'all can miss me with that old that Black Power, Pan-Africanism bullshit. Where you at? You hiding. Look, they just came out. I'm gonna shut up here. I'm just some black. The goddamn cracker just came out about a month ago and started telling y'all, and y'all really scared now. Bro, they don't even say, you don't hear nobody even saying. When the last time you heard somebody saying Black Power? We hear
Brother Dante.
Oh, okay, Brother Dante. Well, Black Power.
That's it. This Brother Dante.
Now, look, bro, they got FBI got these folks shook. They got them scared because, you know, they came out with this black identity movement saying if you black nationalism, you black part of the black, Black Lives Matter. Man, black folks scared to fucking say Black Power again. Everybody had the RBG things covering up their pictures. Everybody took that shit down. So, man, y'all can miss me with that bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Y'all scared to goddamn death with the magazine. You scared to death Negro. So quit quoting Malcolm. Quit quoting Khaled. If y'all ass ain't ready to live that life, man. What how they say on the street? You ain't ready to live that life. You ain't about that life. Quit quoting that shit, man. Quit quoting it.
And you know what, Brother Sunray, you know, it to a lot of people, what it is that you're saying, it sounds very harsh. It sounds very anti-system. It sounds very anti-God. It sounds very anti-brotherly love. But see, what it is that people don't realize, y'all want people to talk to y'all in the same manner that the preacher do. Y'all want people to come to y'all and they want, like the comment that the brother said, Brother Sunray was absolutely correct and he was absolutely justified in expressing himself the way he did, because here it is, we trying to build. We are building. And what started out, even with Brother Umar Sharif coming on, it's nothing to attack nobody. The only thing we are trying to do is to explain ourselves and to ask the question of why is it that everybody attack the black Christian? Right or wrong, brother?
Oh, what?
But
yeah,
because we got so many Johnny come latelys.
Well, yeah, we was like,
we got
why do the conscious community seem now? They're like seem to only beat up on the Christian.
Beat up.
Know.
Yep, beat up. Why did the conscious community only seem to beat up on the Christian? But we gotta give it to y'all like this. A lot of little events I go to, man, to help the people. There's no way I can go to those events and not be around the Christians. But this is what gets me with them, Brother Sunray. I come in, I'm Black Power. I come in, I'm Pan-African. I come in, I'm for my people, period. But by me not wanting to bow my head and pray to the white boy Jesus, by me not wanting to hold hands and kumbaya with the white boy that happen to have concerns about what's going on in the black community, for whatever reasons he have, then guess what? I'm the enemy. Now I'm the problem. And brother, you don't have to hear what they say, but it's just like when you go in a room full of white people and you're the only black person, you can tell when racism, is about in the room. Because you can look at them and see the whispers. It's just like have a spider sense. You know what I'm saying? You go in there, you automatically know when they have things to say about you as a person. You know what I'm saying? Because of your color. And I get that a lot with Christians. I get that a lot with clergymen that's underneath the guise of Christianity. And brother, the bad part about it is I get that from so-called conscious people who say that they are not Christians, but they'll come and beat up on me for a Christian.
Damn.
And when I say something, when I mention a Bible verse, guess what? The first thing they say to me, brother, I forgot to mention this one earlier. Even the devil knows the Bible.
Yep.
Brother Dawson said the elephant in the room. I'm gonna see if I can get KJ Joe Mack to come on, brother. You know what I'm saying? And see whether or not he want to explain himself and what it was he said. Because all this stuff has to be addressed.
Yeah. Like I said, they don't know, man. They just see us. See, a lot of people think they just see us on here, man, and just be talking. They don't know what positions we hold. They don't know exactly what we do. Like I said, I've been around some of these folks y'all see on the videos. I do this. It just ain't no goddamn talk. I don't express what I'm a part of because it ain't everybody's business because it's on the internet. And all of this shit is ran by the feds. I don't need to give you all of my information. Just see me in the field. I like Mama Pearl said, just meet me in the backwoods, just meet me in the field, and then we'll talk from there. But it's a lot of stuff I see and I understand and I know what goes on a lot of this shit, man. A lot of people like, and it ain't everybody. It's not everybody. So like somebody has said, who is it? Somebody. It's not everybody, but we got a lot of people, man. That's be bullshit, man. I'm just gonna flat foot straight out say it. That's bullshit. We want to sound good, like, man, we RBG, we doing this, man. A lot of them same people I was seeing at first, and I know these people, man. I admired at first. I'm like, damn, bro, I want to get a part of this with them, man. They don't shut the hell down. So you can't tell me this shit, man. Like I said, I ain't gonna put it all out there who they are and the group name and all of this. But man, come on, I know, and this ain't no pat on no back or nothing. But it's crazy, man. We're gonna have to do better than what the fuck we doing, man. Y'all, some of y'all might be just getting into all this, man. Some of y'all, I'm a brother, man.
Yeah.
We culture freedom. It's like culture freedom.
Go ahead,
we ain't got no one track mind. We don't have no one school of thought. We don't do that. We in every position. We deal with every culture. We do it, as long as it's black culture. I'm about to say that.
Mm-hmm.
We deal with our own, but we participate in all types of stuff. That's why we are. We on, like I said, on the booth. That's why I can deal with Brother Umar. And who say he's Islam. That's why I can deal with that brother. I got brother I deal with on the Hebrew Israelite side. And another thing, like I said, mentioned, I go to work. Now here's the trip. I don't practice Islam. But when I go to work, brother just know that I'm always teaching. I'm always saying something. I'm always talking about somebody. First day they call me, they call me at work. They don't even call me Malcolm. They call me Elijah Muhammad. One of the brothers, they go, Elijah Muhammad, y'all better get right.
Oh, you done moved up,
yeah,
brother.
I moved up. First he would call me Farrakhan, then he started calling me Malcolm, then he would call me Elijah. I said, no, bro, I ain't that. But it's the respect, though. And all of them brothers are Christian. I got one Hebrew brother that I know that worked there. but it's out of respect. They know, like I said, because they look at it like, shit, y'all, man, hey, brother, here gonna, man, y'all come on that bullshit, man. He gonna teach y'all ass something. He gonna come with that book. He goes, because like brother was talking, I said, man, y'all stop all that black on black violence, bro. Ah, man, that day go Elijah Muhammad. There you go, that brother that loves stuff. It's a respect you get. And all of them Christians, they don't shut down. And if any kind of questions they got, you best to believe they gonna come ask you. They might not agree with whatever school of thought, but damn it, you know, if they got a question, oh, they gonna come ask you. They gonna come ask you for real. But I just be tripping off of them. I like, they say, oh, he go Elijah Muhammad. And I said, bean pie, my brother. You know, I gotta put the comment back in it, bean pie, my brother, because it's just their respect. So that's what it is, man. Like I said, and a lot of the others too, like I said, damn, I'm down. I don't even want to use that word no more. I just finished saying it's your reflection on how you do it. I just thought about the person who be saying that. So I don't damn.
No,
you messed that word up, boy. Oh, brother, this primary what I wanted you to get back into, if you don't mind, brother. Because you were saying on the show, and this primarily how this came about, and you didn't get a chance to, you know, say what you were saying. And you was talking about, you were making another point, and you just brought up the burn the white the white Jesus challenge. And the defend, you ain't got to defend yourself, but go ahead and if you tell the family why you did the burn the white Jesus challenge. And the other thing when she asked you, why does the conscious community always beat up on Christians? You go ahead and get it out, because you didn't get a chance to do it on there really like you wanted to.
All right. Peace and blessings, peace and family. First thing I like to say, man, you know, anybody that's listening, man, share. You know what I'm saying? For the information to go out, for more family can come and join in. You know what I'm saying? Because sharing is caring. But here it is. I go on the sister show, and the sister had a post about the hustlers and the players and people that were pimping in the so-called conscious community. You know what I'm saying? And she was asking why, and she was asking how come people, you know what I'm saying, don't see through the madness and the BS. So what I did was I explained to her that a lot of us come from the Christian mind state. Being that we come from a Christian mind state, our first introduction, besides Santa Claus and besides the Easter Bunny and all this shit right here, excuse my language, is that we get introduced to Jesus. We get introduced to God through church. So here it is. We have a follower's mentality because we look at the preacher, God's muse. A muse being somebody to go and speak, you know what I'm saying, in place of somebody who's not there. You know what I'm saying, or his publicist, so to speak. So when I brung up and I said the word Christianity, as soon as I said the word Christianity, man, the sister just went crazy on me. She just started talking, you know, hold up for a minute. Why you have to, you call yourself conscious and you want to shoot down Christians and this and that. And I'm telling her, look, in order for me to relay the message of what it is that I'm saying, I got to bring up Christianity, because even though we have all these different schools of thought, but we don't know too many people in our personal lives that are our age, that peace and blessings, our young, but we don't have too many people that's our age that can come and tell us, hey man, you know, man, I was brung up in the Wadi, you know, from birth. We don't have people to come and say, man, you know, I'm Nation of Islam. I was born into the nation. You see what I'm saying? 90+%, I say 95 or higher the percent of people, they're going to tell you that they were brought up first through Christianity. So I was explaining the follower's mind state. So here it is, several years prior, I'm seeing all these different challenges, and I'm looking, I see these black people, all these brothers and sisters doing these challenges for things that don't have nothing to do with them as a people. And I'm like, damn, why are black people doing the ARS challenge, the ice bucket challenge, when that disease only hit a small percentage of us? But every time I look at videos, I see nothing but black people doing it. Yeah, sure, there was white people doing it, but for the most part, it was black people doing it. So I'm like, damn, you know what? I should do a challenge. I should do a challenge that will shake up the mind states of the people to let them know that we have been hoodwinked, hoodwinked and bamboozled. So I'm sitting there and something say, burn the cracker. So when I say cracker, I know a lot of y'all black people that's on here listening, that made y'all skin crawl because y'all say, oh shit, I ain't knew these brothers was black extremist nationalists. I mean, black identity of screamers, but by me saying the word cracker, oh shit, all hell done broke loose. I done seen a view drop. The rest of y'all, that mean y'all have to go ahead and share a little harder, man, because you know, when you say those words right there, man, people, they just fall off the radar because of the fear. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So something in the spirit, my ancestors, that's right, my ancestors said, burn the white boy. The white boy who you may ask, it's so here it is. I burn Cracker Jesus. And I said, well, you know what? Y'all want to challenge? This right here is a real challenge. And I stated through the challenge, free your mind and the rest will follow. And the sister said, I kept, hey, Brother Sunray, not to get on subject right quick, but brother, I did a good job. I kept cool with it, didn't I, brother? I kept real cool with it.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah. I see you laughing it off.
Anyway,
you playing it off.
Yeah, I laughed at it because you know what I recognized in the Brother Sunray? I recognized the newbie. I recognized that somebody that just came into this thing that we've been doing for years and years and years and years. You know what? They might don't know the name, but they can't knock our fame. But what I mean by that is trying to build the mind of the people, to let them know that you can go anywhere that you want to go, but you don't have to stay there. Get what you need to get and get out. So here it is. When I did a challenge, I wasn't looking for other people to do the challenge. I didn't care whether or not nobody did it or not, but the whole reason was because after I did it, something told me that it was a start. When you see those big ass fires that they say in California, guess what? Ain't nobody come through those fires with a blowtorch and start lighting trees on fire. It was a spark. And that spark burned thousands and thousands and thousands of acres. When you see a big house fire, ain't because nobody went in there and had threw gasoline all over the place. It was a spark. And that spark can burn down skyscrapers. I'm talking about big buildings that can't be destroyed by wrecking balls with one blow. But that fire sweep through it and knock it down. So that was just a spark, Brother Sunray. That was just a spark, family. That was just something to awaken. That was just something to question. That was just something to look at when you go to grandma's house to go pick up your chitlins. Thanksgiving coming up, Brother Sunray. You know the chitlins. Oh yeah. They soak right now in bleach. But that you can't get to the pot of chitlins, nigga, without walking past that goddamn picture of white Jesus on the wall. Oh yeah. And guess what? In order for you to get them chitlins, you won't have to bow your head, no matter how so-called conscious you call yourself, and you won't have to pray in white Jesus' name, and then say amen, and then grandma gonna give your ass them chitlins. But when I did it, Brother Sunray, it wasn't to take over other people's so-called challenges or what it was that they thought, you know what I'm saying? But it was to spark and ignite. Brother Sunray, you share all the time. If people don't know you, they will be confused. They'll be like, damn, I thought this brother wasn't a Wahabian. Damn, I thought this brother was a Hebrew Israelite. Because you know the importance of going into those schools and digging out things that we need that can help us as a people. And also, when the times come and you must speak up on the discombobulation that lies within inside of those things, you know when to go in there and destroy them. But because the sister, she's young, you know what I'm saying? People look at the dreadlocks and shit. They look at the big ass unks and all that stuff, and they hear hair grease and all this other shit. You know, we can easily get people with a song and dance a little rhyme. And I know you say, brother, you don't got too much that you can put up on there, but you still had, you know, said it. And they see those people and they think those people are the real. I'm not saying that the sister's fake. Not at all. Right. But what I'm saying is, when we come across each other and we have a dialogue to try to dispel the things that are false and replace them with things that we need in order to be what people so-called conscious, they shoot them down. Because she shot me down. She shot me down real hard. And man, the comments was going out with a lot of my people who love and respect me, who said, nah, hold up for a minute. You should hear him out and this and that. But there was also other people saying, you tell them, girl. So, you know, some people, because of how old they are, because of their love for grandmama, because of their love for their mom and daddy, and because of their upbringing, certain things that they know are discombobulations, brother, they refuse to let go. And they won't let go. And looking back at it, Brother Sunray, as I thought about it, the sister couldn't help herself. She couldn't, brother.
She didn't let you elaborate. She didn't.
No, she didn't.
She kept cutting you off and then going into something. And here's something she like. Then she, like you said, she tried to.
She couldn't help it.
She tried to say the ego, and then she gonna say that you were
talk about her numbers.
Yeah, but we gotta. She said you were influenced. Hell, ain't we all influenced by something?
Exactly.
So that didn't make
exactly.
no sense.
Which
like
I made a point of too.
Yeah, like you said. So yeah, she's young in the information, and it's something like I think you said there's this brother Dante in the chat room. Like he was saying, a lot of things that people understand are esoteric, and I posted that in the chat on the Facebook one day last week. Some things are esoteric. Some people you and see here we on Facebook sometimes we might just post a comment or make a list statement typing. But people look at it, and of course you might ask the question, but they don't truly understand the in-depth meaning what you saying. You might be thinking when you typing it, you look at you know the in-depth meaning by what you putting up there. Somebody gonna take it on a outer level and look at it, or a surface level, and then want to start arguing with you with it. And like you can't like just go in depth and explain to yourself. You know, really just typing. Sometimes you gotta, well, damn, man, let me do a video, man, so I can go ahead and elaborate on this more. Because I can go ahead and say what I want more than I can type. Because this person here, they just trying to argue. They don't even understand what I'm saying. So you got to go into it and dig deep down into it and, man, really just elaborate on what you really saying. But they got to be able to listen too. Because some people, man, disagree with you because they in one school of thought. And they just coming from that one school of thought and arguing with you over what you said, and you ain't even know the school of thought at all. You just look, man, I'm just open to the universe. This is what I'm just throwing this out. And they trying to defend their faith because it happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, sister, okay, whatever. I just left it alone, really. I didn't even try to go into it. So I throw something out there.
They came at you too, brother?
Yeah, it was something that said, well, that was a question. It don't make no sense. Yeah, it did make some sense. If you really read what the hell I was saying and I understood where her school of thought was from, that's why I knew it didn't make no sense to her. But like I said, people don't understand, like I said, where you be coming from and what you might be in. Because look, a lot of us, man, we might be into some deeper stuff than what y'all really know. So we don't know what level that you on. Just like you saying that, sister. So I may make a comment. It might seem basic, but it really hell ain't. It's just like when they talk about presidents. They do double speak. Now, y'all might hear Trump say one damn thing it sound one way to you as a public, but the people in what they saying, his baggers and all of that, what they said, drain the swamp and make America great again. Let's make America great again. You might, they finna make America great again. So what the hell he talking about? They finna start back racism? It may mean something totally different to his base that know that language, that know the lingo. It means something totally different. And that's how a lot of this stuff when we deal with on these social media. A lot of us, we in, I might say sacred societies or anything. Some of our base, we might put up one thing. Like I might type in there, I'm doing my best. And those who know that been a part of the groups that I've been in, and I might leave when I put best, BES. I'm doing my best. Those who are in that circle that are with me, they know what I'm talking about, and they know how to respond. And you will see a comment, you don't know what the fuck. You won't know what they talking about, and I ain't gonna go into that either. But see, so you got to understand what level people come on. And sometimes I might sound like I'm on a low level. but you goddamn it, you really don't understand. It's just like they said, man, you got to be tried and proven true. So I ain't gonna give you can't just throw out everything because like I said, we did it on social media. We don't know who the hell who all on these behind these characters, these icons. We don't know. That brother did hit me up
Exactly.
too, brother. Black, he hit me up again.
Yeah, he wanted to come on. Go ahead, brother. Bring him on. He want to come on. You
Time to
know.
hit it. Send back another request again. But you making your statement.
Okay.
I'll let you finish.
Hey, brother. The name of the show, the name of the broadcast, the question should have been, why do Christians beat up on everybody that's conscious?
We can do that one. We can do that one. I just wanted to throw in what that sister was saying. What the sister to get a level to come with, and they gonna do that. I understand where they coming from too. Because that's where they at, man. That's where they feel this shit working. It's like, for instance, you can't. I understand, and I understand, like I said, overstanding on the deeper level. Like I said, I understand there's power forces behind them different names and all of this shit, and whatever. It's just like, how can you tell a person, man, who believe in Jesus? I said it before. And he called on Jesus. Somebody finna choke the hell out of him, shooting at his ass. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me, man. Get me out of this situation. He get out this situation. Man, you're going to have a heck of a time. I want to say here. You're going to have a heck of a time convincing that man or woman that Jesus didn't save them from getting their ass shot that night when they call on Jesus' name. You will have a hell of a time convincing them. Man, when I call on him, he did this, they name. I got healed in the name of Jesus. And I remember, man, I got out of Christianity, man, a long time ago, man. And I don't know, I was asleep that day, man. I was asleep. And someone finished what they call it, the witch riding your back. I said, Lord Jesus, help me. And the goddamn thing went away. I'm like, what? And then my thing was, why in the hell was I calling on Jesus' name? I ain't even in Christianity no more. Why in the hell I'm calling on Jesus? But it went away. So I'm like, so some things, man, it would be hard to, it's hard to convince them when they see some things being manifest behind what they calling on and what they believing in. So that's why a lot of people hold true to a lot of this stuff too. Now, they've been calling on them, and now, like, I was in Islam, and I was like, man, I wasn't just doing what I was supposed to do either. It was like, I ain't gonna lie, I went to jail more, goddamn it, when I started practicing Islam. I'm like, goddamn, Allah. I'm like, man, goddamn, you ain't helping me, man. Look, I'm about to go find me somebody else. How come I keep going to jail in the name of Allah? I said, God damn, hold up, this ain't working here. But so it could have been easier for me to get the hell out of that. I'm like, man, this God he ain't doing nothing for me. So
he ain't had no oil. He might have didn't have that oil.
Mm-hmm.
He had that lucky penny.
Yeah,
and it is so crazy, man, of how when you try to have a dialogue, even being so-called conscious, I use the term so-called conscious, that it's hard for us that's in the know not to have one with people that are newly conscious, newly so-called conscious. We can't have it with them without even using Christianity. We can't have it with them without throwing scripture in there somewhere. Even though we know the esoteric meaning behind a lot of things that's written inside the book, even though we know the religion is one that has been given to us by the slave master, even though these people say, you know what, I'm out of Christianity, blah, 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 we always find ourselves having to have a conversation with them to get them to understand us by throwing in biblical scripture. And it's the brainwashing. It's a very unique cycle that they put us through, Brother Sunray. It's unique. It's no way that you can go through it. It's no way that you can leave out of it without still being in it to a certain degree. You name the scholar, you name the teacher, I don't care what other school that they subscribe to, they're going to always mention Christianity. Brother KJ Joe Mack, he say he there, Brother Sunray. I don't know whether or not he hit the invite
Yeah, I
button, but
see
you
it.
know,
You can't
tell
do
him you waiting
you
for
can't
him.
do everybody. You can't add. I ain't never
No,
did
go ahead
this
and
one.
bring him in. Go ahead and bring him in. I can sit back and chill, brother.
Oh, okay, okay. Now bring you back on. All right, there. I ain't know how to do
All
this
right,
one.
on.
All right, cause I ain't never did this one like this. I always do another platform. Okay, let me see. I just hit it. I don't know what else. Let me see. Try it again. This old cheap ass phone. That's why I don't like using the phone. I like using the computer. Hell, I keep hitting it, man. It won't go off. It won't accept it. Oh, okay, let me try it. All right, all right, all right. There we go. There we go. All right, just waiting. It's coming through. It's coming through, fam. It's coming through. Yeah, we're just having a dialogue, family. Just coming in the house, just having a dialogue, man. You know, hey, it is what it is. Like I said, we just gotta walk them up out of it, man. You know, because we got a lot of so-called people in the conscious community too, man. That's lost and shit. So, uh, let me see. Yeah, I send the invite, brother. I don't know what's going on. It says inviting, so it's just like it's just waiting on you or something. Let's see. Try it again. Yep. Because I don't know. It's saying inviting. Let me see. Let me click it off and try it again. Yeah, because it's saying inviting, so I don't know what's the dealio. Yeah, so I see you in the house. It's just that's all it's doing, saying inviting, brother. So I don't know what's going on. Uh, I don't know, bro. It's just still doing the same thing. Shit, I don't know what's over there. It's just saying invite. So maybe you try to send another invitation, brother, some, because I don't know. It won't let me go through with that one. Let me see. They won't let me go through with that one. Try it again, brother. See what go on. Because I don't know what the hell to do. Because I'm new to this, but I'm trying to hit that on there. But it did. It's an invite. But let's see. Because Christianity was forced at one, and then talk about a burn. Now here you go. Like I said, yeah. See, now I know we're talking about the Christianity, but here's why another sister like that sister said. Now I gotta make a point, not taking up for her or taking up Christianity, because we do beat up on Christianity a lot, or the Christians, or people who practice Christianity. But why, like I said, we don't go hard at them goddamn hard at Islam like that, and it's goddamn Arab Islam, because now we'll say Christianity was forced on us. Now that's over here in the West. What about in Africa before the transatlantic slave trade started happening, where the Arabs, man, did a real detrimental thing into Africa, raped the hell out of Africa. Now look at Egypt. What is it? It's Islam. It's Islamized now. So we got to get on them goddamn, we got to get on the Arabs too. So we just can't beat up Christianity and look what happened to Islam. When they tore down Timbuktu, one of the greatest libraries or the universities and all of this stuff. Look at that. And then, man, so we just can't beat up them. Look at these mother suckers in our neighborhood that own these stores. It's supposed to be inviting, but I don't know what the hell going on with this thing. It says inviting. But look at the Arabs that's running our neighbor, all the damn corner stores in our neighborhood. Look at them now. They still invading our neighborhood with Islam. And for a matter of fact, you go to Mauritania and all of that. You look it up. They say, now we talk about how they robbed and pillaged and did what they did with Islam, the Arabs, to Africa. Hell, it's still in Mauritania and Morocco and places today. They say you at least 75% likely. I don't know what happened, bro. I keep clicking it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's my system or something like that. Black, hit me, Black, brother Black. Let me see what it do. See what it let you come through. I don't know what's going on. But they said in Mauritania, you 75% likely to go through some kind of slavery in Mauritania, whether it could be chattel slavery or sex slavery or one or the other. You 75% likely to be go through some kind of slavery in Mauritania. So we got to beat up on them goddamn Arabs, man, that's in our neighborhood. That's why I said, why? What, we scared to talk about Islam? We scared to talk about the Arabs? Now, I ain't just talking about the Nation of Islam, because hell, I'm just talking about the goddamn Sunni and all that other shit. I practice that. And them some racist bastards. They teach you that there's no racism in Islam. Shit, not the Islam that I used to practice. Because when I used to go to the mosque, and when you standing shoulder to shoulder, heel to heel, they move their feet. They don't want you touching their feet. So, you know what I'm saying? When Malcolm said that he went over there to Mecca and he looked at it, that was just illusion. That was just an illusion. And that's what they want to tell y'all, man. But they don't even tell y'all, too, that Malcolm actually wanted to come back to the Nation of Islam. Did y'all know that? Malcolm was trying to get back in the Nation of Islam. But see, they ain't going to tell us all they goddamn. They ain't going to tell us that whole thing. Let me see. Somebody just got invited. I don't know who it was. But we got the man get down and, man, go on tell the truth, man. So, you know, them damn Arabs, man, we letting them go run shy in the neighborhood. Damn, black, it look like nobody coming in. We letting them run rapid in our neighborhoods, and we ain't saying nothing. But we'll beat up on the Christians. The Christians, I'd rather for the black